Everybody, welcome to Monkey Island Madness. This is an impromptu stream on Thursday afternoon because I need to make a couple of magical sheets of paper to line the covers on this. This is a live stream or a live show taped over at Ustream, so I am talking to people in the chat. But this is the cover, journal cover that we made the other day. I like the way it turned out. I really do. This one has a home already. Its new owner doesn't know that it's coming their way, so it'll be a nice surprise. But I need to make the inside paper for it. So I'm going to do that. And then I also, today, while Colleen was streaming, I went ahead and made another one with the pieces of leftover paper. So it's still slightly damp, but it's okay. And all the pieces, you can tell they're a little bit smaller. I mean, they almost look identical. So I need to make the paper to make the bubbles on this one and the inside sheet for this one. So we have 3 or 4 sheets of paper that we need to make. I'm going to go ahead and trim this one out. Yeah, I think I'm going to trim it out. It's not wet enough that I have to worry about it. So, yeah. So it was fun to be at Colleen's stream today. I actually got a lot done. I was doing laundry and doing this and yakking on the phone. And so I was busy while Colleen was streaming, but it was fun to watch her. And then I missed Jean's entirely because I got on the phone and yeah. But anyway, so I'm just trimming out the cover. It was all pre-measured and everything, so oops, is that straight? Yep, it's straight. So I don't know that I'll make any more of these. I just kind of want to get the mess cleaned up now, in all honesty. And I can barely see my measuring lines, so I have to be a little careful. Okay, there is a line. Right there, right there. Nope, I'm going to measure it. I don't trust that. Yeah, Colleen is. She's funny. I love her laugh. I swear to God. I'd hang out with her around the clock just for the giggles. Her laugh is so infectious. Okay, so I want this 6 3/4 inches long. I don't think I like this cover as well as I like this cover. The mixture of the big and little pieces, I think, is what makes this one so appealing. This is all a lot of the really small pieces that were left over, so okay, right at the bottom of that piece. All right. I trust my new measurements. All right, here we go. All right, and I left the binding just like I did on that other one. Left that line for the binding, and I'll make sure it's straight when it's all put back together. Did you record it, Jean? Because I need to make ink pad storage. All right, there's the second cover. And I know where I have to put some of the circles to cover up some crap that I did that I didn't particularly like, but that's okay. It's kind of random. All right, now we're getting down to the time to make some magical paper. Okay, and I thought, unless you guys overrule me, which you might be able to do, but probably not, I think I want the inside of this one especially more on the teal purple, more to match this than to match the orange part of it. Okay, cool. I'll watch it later, Jean, because yeah, I need to make some of that. And I want to make a pen holder like the one Dee Dee made. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to go more with the teal, purple, blue. I know, Vicki. I was so excited that you were inspired to do that. Vicki made a journal like the, look at all the matte medium that's left glued on my mat. Yeah, let me clean that off real quick. That's the one thing I like about these mats. You can just scrape up the junk that's left. And throw it in the trash. I don't want this stuff necessarily left there because it'll make humps on my paper. So I didn't even think to clean it off first. Duh. Alright, that'll work. My hands are already a mess, so I don't have to worry about the magicals. Alright, would Dot say that was funny? Alright, here we go. And I wish this was big enough to do 2 of them, but it's not, so I have to make 2 of them. Alright, we'll start by wetting the paper. And since I don't have chapsticks like Dee Dee, I'll just go ahead and use this. And I don't remember the exact colors I used on that other one, so I'm just going to use whatever colors are green, purple, blue. Look at that, how when you have a puddle, how it runs. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love it. I love it. And I just want this real random, so I will just proceed. Oh man, I just dumped a bunch right there. Can you see it? And all over my fingers. This is going to be a little bit more purple than I maybe had planned. Oh well. Who's going to be ready for hump day? Mike, Mike, Mike. Alright, and this was that teal color. So I'm kind of hoping that it really kind of takes over. Even though it looks real green, it's supposedly that teal color. So and I'm not going to add any more green into it. So this stuff needs to start moving. Come on, right now. I breathe heavy when I use the magicals. Actually, I'm having allergies, and I needed to probably take time and blow my nose before I came on. But I might breathe heavy over these colors, too. That's entirely possible. I can see where I need some more blue. I don't know that that's the blue that I used. It looks like a brighter blue, but it's so deceiving because When they dry a little bit different. Yeah, because I have the Ocean Breeze Blue, which is my absolute favorite. I'm going to add some of that back in. Yeah, it really gets unusual patterns, doesn't it? And I don't remember, honestly, what paper I was using the last time or anything. This I'm using cotton fiber paper because of its durability. But that last paper that I was using, I think, was just dumb old paper. Dumb old paper would be like 20-pound copy paper. Is Janet starting to build something challenge tonight, or is making a journal? I have no clue. Hell, I didn't even know it was Thursday. Don't ask me nothing, man. I should have known it was Thursday because I've been thinking all day that tomorrow is Ratatouille's last day of treatment for 30 days. So, yeah. So I know tomorrow is Friday. We'll still have to go to Joplin one day a week for our doctor's appointment. They want to keep an eye on him, but that's one day a week is a far cry from 5 days a week, so that's okay. I want to start dinking around and moving this color, but I'm kind of liking it the way it is. Yeah, yay for Robert. No, actually, Karen, this is just 24-pound cotton fiber paper. Yeah, so that's all that's going on. All right. So will that look good inside that, or is it the colors? I think the colors just aren't the same. I think I've chosen different colors. Or I need more of that teal. I'm not liking this muddy mess right here. I know that. I'm going to add some more of that teal because I think that other one had more teal in it, really. Oh, actually, Button, when he gets out of treatment, his numbers should shoot right up. At least that was our experience the last time, is that when he's not getting arsenic, because see, the arsenic is killing all the cells, so when he's out of treatment, his numbers should get right up in the normal range. That's what I'm counting on, and that's what the doctor pretty much expects as well. If it doesn't, then something's messed up. Yeah, I think with these magicals, honestly, I have not tried any paper that these did not work well on. And the thing I really liked, hi Jane, and I didn't even stop to say hi to anybody, so hi everybody. I've not found anything these magicals don't work on. One thing, while we're just playing here today anyway, I was addressing some envelopes this week because I did get part of the journals out. I got the 3 giveaway journals in the mail. But I had yanked out this Tyvek to send the journals in, and I thought, oh, I wonder if magicals would work on Tyvek, which would be really weird because Tyvek, of course, is going to resist the water, right? But I thought, well, next time I get magicals out, I am going to do a little experiment. The only thing that might happen is that I'm going to get the Tyvek wet, but Tyvek is designed to get wet and not be harmed. Right? So I thought, well, that would be a fun kind of experiment. I'm liking this. This is looking funky now. I still have that paper, Eileen. In fact, I haven't sent yours yet. Because I remember I promised you the Timmy paper and then the sop-up sheet underneath it. This is what it ended up looking like. And you said you wanted this one, so it's just sitting here waiting for me to put it in an envelope for you. But I think I'm actually gonna roll it up and put it in a tube because I don't want to fold it. I don't want you to have to deal with the folds. But yeah, it's all just still sitting here because I haven't cleaned nothing up. I promise you that. Jeez, that would be horrible. All right, I'm gonna start blowing this because I'm liking this. Okay, just the way it is. And because of the way the paper warped, I ended up with those white places. But I'm really okay with that. Oops. My swatches got in the wet. They're going to be trashed out. I'm just a mess waiting to happen here is what I am. The back tissues and the back papers from the tissue look amazing. Yeah, I like those too. So, but I'm going to do a couple sheets of Timmy paper, so we'll see that again. I'm going to try and dry a small pond here. You love your magic colors. I hear you, Jane. I think the thing I like best about them, honestly, is that they're so unpredictable. Like, every time you touch them, you get something different. Here on the edges, I can sop up the excess water and let it run some more because I'm only going to use part of this paper. You going to paint the wall with them? I'm heat setting it, okay? Heat gun. Do you guys want to hear how messed up Ratatouille is? We have a friend who has a ranch about 7 miles from us, and Robert not uncommonly does some work for him because Robert owns a backhoe and tractors and all kinds of farming equipment because we used to own a farm. And since Robert's been going to treatment and stuff, he hasn't been going over to the farm as often, but he stopped over there yesterday and he found a dead bull. And of course, Donnie didn't know that he had a dead bull out in the field. So Robert called him and he said, you need to get that bull moved because it, of course, in the heat was all distended, and he said that bull is going to erupt if you don't do something with it soon. And of course, Robert owns the backhoe, so he'll go bury it. So Donnie said, yeah, we need to. Donnie called back last night and said, too late, Robert. The bull already exploded. Robert Vaughn left early this morning. He was so excited to go bury that bull and drive his backhoe. He loves his stupid backhoe. We have no need for a backhoe, mind you. What ordinary citizen owns a backhoe? That he left early this morning to go service the backhoe so he could bury that bull tonight. That's how twisted he is. Most people would look forward to a nice evening out, dinner out, movie, whatever. No. Give Robert a dead bull and a backhoe and he's the happiest boy alive. I know. No, I've just freaked these people out. You can tell you're city people. Erupting bull, yeah, if you leave a dead animal out And I'm sure by tonight all the vultures and everything is on it. So, yep. You guys didn't know that happened? Oh my God, you guys need to get out more. All right. I'm going to make another sheet pretty much exactly like that other one. People on YouTube are going to love that story. But it just tickles me because I was thinking, well, I ought to start dinner. And then I thought, nope, Ratatouille's over burying bulls, so he won't be home early tonight. No, he knows me better than that. I'm not interested in erupting animals. All right, just for the fits and giggles, let's see. I'm going to put another piece of paper under this piece of paper just to see, because not much of that went through the cotton fiber, but I'm going to put another piece of paper under this and see how much color we get that way. Erupting seals. No, he would not make a good nurse. No, believe me. The only thing he likes about this whole process is driving heavy equipment. That's what Robert loves. He's like a 6-year-old boy when it comes to heavy equipment. Hi, Rebecca. I'm sure of that, Monique. Oh, look at that. You just barely drop it on and it goes cuckoo. You know, there are very few supplies that I would actually say, when I run out of this, I'm ordering it again. This is one of them. Magicals is absolutely one of them. Where do you buy cotton fiber paper? I have a ton of it from the print shop, so I've not had to buy any for years. If I was you and I wanted a ream of cotton fiber paper, the stuff I'm using happens to be recycled, but it doesn't have to be, but that's also an option you have. I would call a paper company nearby me and see if they have a retail outlet or if they have a will call where you can go pick up. Paper, that's going to be, you know, it may not necessarily be the cheapest, but availability, you will absolutely get better paper if you buy direct from the paper company. So depending on where you are, I maybe could give you the name of one of the larger. Unisource is a large paper company. They were a client of mine. Yeah, just look up paper companies near me. But I would buy my paper directly from the paper company. Cut out the middleman. Night, Ranja. You're not using enough water? Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I think that makes a big difference is I like wetting the paper before and after I sprinkle them. And I'm not sure when my brain decided that's what it liked, but that's what it likes. I use a lot of water because I want the magicals to completely dissolve. I don't want the little piles of powder left when I'm done. And this window is putting a funky color on that. Let me see if I close this. But then I may have to turn on the light because I'll be in the total dark. This one is very cool. Even I'm not going to do anything with this. Even if I don't use it in the journal, I'm keeping this one just because I like the way it looks. Hi, Lynn. So, Mindy, you don't have to tell me, but where are you from? Where do you live? I probably knew before, but I can't think of it right off the top of my head. And I maybe can give you the name of the paper company in your area. Dixon, there's parts of the country where there's Dixon paper. They're a good company. Unisource is a big one. And no, those companies will have will call, where you call, order it, and then go pick it up. And they should sell it by the ream. At least they did in Denver. I'm going to try and set this one. You know what I need? Let me think what I got that I could just pick this up like a pizza board where I could just slide underneath it and move it and try not to move any of that water because I like the way it's swirled. And I'll just make another one. Hang on, I think I have, oh, one of those cutting mats would work, I think. These chopping mats that you buy at Dollar Tree, they come two in this package for $1. These are the most useful things. I've used these things for a million different things. Now I'm going to use it to pick this up and move it and not disturb it. How brilliant am I? You can say that. It won't bother me. It moved, but that's okay. I'll just set it over there. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah. Great minds, Monique. I can't use that one because that's Eileen's. I'm just going to use one of these other sheets that are sitting here to mop up what little bit of color is here. I love the way the magicals work on this Timmy paper. I really, really do. Love it. Brilliant. Brilliant, I know. All right, now I have to get out another sheet of paper. Because I don't think I'm going to like that one for the inside sheet, but yeah, it was too pretty to jack with, so I'll just get out another piece of paper because I can. Yeah, fingers and toes crossed. Exactly. All right, we'll start another one, and I hope we don't get any more that are too pretty to jack with. That's all right. We can get as many pretty ones as we want. Actually, that did move a little bit, and I ended up with two big blobs in the middle, so I might have to mess with it a little bit. This paper really, really absorbs the water, too. Bye, Jean. Hopefully I'll see you at Jan's. Depends on what time Ratatouille goes to bed. He's got to get up way, way early. But in the evenings, I like hanging with him. Sorry. Even though I love Jen. I see him so little these days. But that's going to change Monday. Monday, you may hear a whole different tune. Holy crap, when does he go back to treatment? Not really. 9 Eastern. Okay, that's 8. Yeah, I'll see it, Jen's. He'll be going to bed. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, and then I'm going to put the last color is the blue-green, aqua, cerise, whatever. Oh, that's going to be a big old blob of green. Glad it's on the edge. I think I was afraid of using too much magicals. You know what? I think I was that way a little bit early on too, Karen. But yeah, when you get used to them, you'll get over that fear. And I don't know. Yeah, and I'm not afraid to use them all up. I mean, if I use them up, hell, I'll just order more. Look at how pretty this is again. Now I don't want to jack with it. Jeez. All right, I got to get some more water. Well, that one just melts, but it's really pretty too. This one didn't stay quite as pretty as I hoped it would, but it's still way cool. I'm sopping up some of the excess water, but I'm going to let it stay dark where it was dark. Look at how pretty the blue that made was. So pretty blue. And that looks like a river. Can you see? Yeah, see, now I don't want to jack with this one either. Yeah, the purples, yeah, look like exploding fireworks. I don't know if Jen has confirmed that she's streaming tonight. I haven't seen anything. I wouldn't even have known that you guys were going to come over here if I hadn't just sat down to take a break because I was doing laundry and everything else. I'd kind of been waiting to do this, though. But I want them done by morning because I want to go to the post office tomorrow. Look at that red right in there. Shh. All right, what color do I want right in there? Because I am going to use this one, whether... See, I'm thinking a different blue. What blue? I know it wasn't the Danny Zuko, because that's the dark, dark blue. I wonder if it was that Caribbean. Maybe it was the Caribbean one. Yeah, we'll get it out a little bit and see if that's the right blue. What the heck? Blue's my favorite color. Bet you guys didn't know that. Look at how all the color went over there. That makes me think my table's not level. But Karen, isn't it true that a little bit of this Magicals goes a long, long way? Like, you don't need to use much to get a lot of color. So I can understand you're being afraid to use too much of it because, yeah, a little bit goes a long, long way. I need to make some ugly ones. Oh, I've made plenty of ugly ones, believe me. Okay. And I've done this before, but I don't remember what happened. I think it smushed all the colors together, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and sop up some of the water this way. I'm going to heat set it now, Eileen. Oh, that's fairly cool. I can't show you both at once, so you'll just have to trust me. That's actually a pretty good way to sop up some of the excess water. And I'm going to end up with a real light print. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to use up some of the excess. Now I got to make room to let them dry. Okay, and that one that I put the paper underneath to see if it would sop some of it up, it didn't. It just made that mess. So that'll just be a cleanup sheet now. And on these inside sheets, I just want the color variations, so this one will actually be perfect for it. Swoot! I'm just sopping up some of this excess. I just hate wasting it. That's why I'll just add it to something else. Because this one was kind of just pretty bland. So now it'll have some little bit of blue on it here and there. And maybe when it's done, I'll like it really a lot. And maybe I won't. And it doesn't matter either way. Alright, now let's try. And I really think on the Tyvek, it's just going to sit on top of it. I really do. But I want to try it anyway, because I've got the mess out. Look at how much just sits there waiting. All right. I'm going to take these Tyvek envelopes were from a client of mine as well. I'm going to cut their logo off. They may not like seeing their name on YouTube. All right. All right. I was just sitting here thinking, it is the nature of Tyvek to be, yeah, that it's going to be a mess. Me too. Because Tyvek is waterproof, tear-proof, burn-proof. It will melt. Yeah, I like to melt Tyvek with a heat tool. But I was wondering, and I don't know where my sanding block is. Since I've got two sheets here, sand one and not sand one. But I think it's just the nature of the beast that it's going to repel. The water, because that's, I mean, it doesn't take except a lot of inks actually. But I'm going to rough up the surface of this one, and I'll write on the back of it. And if you guys ever come across coated stock and you want to get some really funky effects, sand the coating off with a sanding block, and it'll work pretty cool. You get some crazy stuff. Alright, that's roughed up. Yeah, I know you can use some alcohol inks on it. Alright, and then here's the non-roughed up one. Okay? So now we'll just see. because the water just sits on the Tyvek on this one. It's sitting on the top of this one. Yeah, you can buy Tyvek cheap. You can walk into Lowe's and they'll probably cut you a piece off and may not even charge you for it. You can buy it pretty cheap. Now, Tyvek, if you buy it from the paper company, not so cheap. But from a home goods company, of course, it'll have the logo printed all over it because it's used as house wrap in construction. I'm going to use the exact same colors just because I'm curious. This is really just curiosity killing the cat. Yeah, forensic suits are made out of eBay, or made out of Tyvek. Yeah, it's a pretty common product used a lot of different industries because of its unusual properties of burn proof, lack of absorbency. But then again, see, that's another, I just thought about that when you get, say I like a design that I get on the top of the Tyvek that I know is not going to be absorbed in, use it as like a blotting mat. You know what I'm saying is go ahead and take a piece of paper now, like I did that other one, and just blot into it. Okay, this is a sanded one. This is a non-sanded. Not the house wrap has something in it? Okay, I thought it was just the regular Tyvek. All right, well then don't do that. Don't listen to me. She said the house wrap has something in it that hurts you. Okay, I'm going to try and dry this. But I know I can't get the heat gun real close. I'll hold it up in just a second. It's doing something really, really weird. Looks like somebody bled to death. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to add some of the dark blue in with it so I get some dark blue areas and then some purple areas. Let me hold this one up because this you can see. And it did go under the paper. Can you see? It acts very different than it does on regular paper. Now one thing I don't know is that may be just sitting right on top of the paper, and as soon as I rub my finger across it, it might go ahead and move or pick up. What did Eileen say? Like a cheap jelly plate, yeah. The cheapest way to get something that acts like a jelly plate is to go get fun foam. The effects aren't quite as remarkable, but really, I think jelly plates, after you've done them a few times and you have stacks and stacks of paper, it's like, okay, what do I do with this crap now? Kind of like the magicals. No, not really. But can you see that it acts so different? Over here, I'm going to go ahead and try. Nope, it's in. I mean, I can pick up the loose powder, but it did dye the paper, believe it or not. So that's cool. And the color is way different than it would have been on paper. So that's cool. Tissue under a microscope, yeah, it's... Now, when I wet it again, I don't know if that color will start moving. We're going to find out, because we're going for it. Nope, I don't want the purple, I want the blue. I'm going to have to order an entire set of these, because I'm going to be out of this Danny Zuko blue. Yeah, I'm not sure really what to expect. If that red will pick up and move and mix with the blue now. I may have to pick up some of this blue because it is a dark blue. Oh, look at how it splattered over onto that one. That one's cool. Yeah, it splattered right over there. I'm going to have to pick up some of the blue. Yeah, I'm going to. I don't want to wreck the red. I may just have to let it run. All right, there. And this has just very little light bits of blue here and there. Do it now. Tyvek would. Like, Tyvek is durable. Like, if I made a journal cover out of this, this would be durable, durable, durable. Unlike the other ones that I don't know how they're going to wear. Of the two, I'm liking this one best. I didn't know if the blue and the pink would mix to make the purple, and there is a rich, rich purple right in there that I don't think you guys can see. But the red did move. See right there? That was red before, and now the red has moved. So that's kind of weird. And I'm going to let that one air dry and see what it does differently. I'm going to add some of that red back. Because I was really hoping it would make a rich, rich purple. I don't know why I decided I like purple. Or want purple, because I'm not a purple person. I don't go around calling it pissy purple, or isn't that what Elaine calls it? Eileen? Pissy purple? It's like, leave well enough alone, girl. Ooh, another thing, if the color will pick up readily on the Tyvek, it might be cool to go ahead and let it completely dry and let the color sit on top of the Tyvek. Go back, spritz it from far away with water and get water droplets, and then put paper towel or something up and sop up that color so you end up with white speckles. It would be like reverse splotches. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay, put a piece of paper on and see if it all transfers. Okay, let me find another piece of paper. Here's another piece of absorbent paper. I don't think it's going to pick up all the color. Oh, that's a Gen term? The pissy purple? Okay. I didn't know where it came from. It didn't pick up all the color, but look at it. That's yummy right there. Yeah, that's really yummy right there. Because it did, like right there in the center, you can see where the red and the blue mixed to make that really yummy purple, but then it stayed blue other places and red other places. Yeah, that's cool. Very, very cool. But it left some of the color on the Tyvek as well. And this is kind of what pens do on Tyvek. It's almost like they dissipate and go away. I don't know where they go, but they go away. I'm going to go ahead and sop up the rest of this. Yeah, that actually is a really pretty purple, those two mixed together. It's a really pretty purple. And I'll go ahead and sop up the rest of this. But yeah, it didn't pick up all the color. And it did go through, okay? That's the back side, that's the front side, and that's what's left on the table. So I guess I'll have to put some Tyvek down in it and see if it will absorb it. It shouldn't because it's non-absorbent. But I kind of suspect it will. And then this one I haven't done anything to other than just leave it. I just touched my face with wet hands. So I'll have a blob on my face. It gets a really funny texture. I think it went through, Karen. I don't think it absorbed. I think it went through. This one's going to be really cool. Wait till I hold it up. Bye, Lynn. Thanks for coming. Wait till you see this. This is cool. Alright, I can pick it up now. Wait till you see what the texture. Can you see that? And not the only difference is the paper. Can you see the texture there? Now I like that. Okay, and the thing is, I think when this is completely dry and you run your hand across it, you're going to end up with a little bit of powdery residue on your hands. That's what I'm guessing. But if I wanted to use this for something, because that to me is way cool, I'm going to do some more experiments with this, because look at that blue up there. If I wanted to use this for something else, I could always, yep, see, I just picked up a drop of water there, and I picked up all the color. But if I wanted it to stay like this, I think I could spray it with a fixative and go ahead and use it. But if I tried to brush anything on, I'm going to move the color. So on Tyvek, I think my only option would be, see, and there was a puddle of powder right there. Yeah, I think I could fix it with a fixative and then do anything I wanted with it. And it would keep this texture and everything if I didn't overspray, you know, I mean, you can't puddle fixative just like you can't puddle anything else. But yeah, that is way cool. I'm going to pull that back here in just a minute. I'm going to let it dry a little bit longer on its own and clean up this mess. I'll just clean it up on this page because I probably won't use this for any, well, I might, hell, I don't know. I'll use this page. I worked myself into about a 2 square inch workspace now, which is pretty typical of what I do. Yeah, see, Karen, that's what I want to see too, is what is the end result when it's dried thoroughly. If it moves, then I know I have to fix it of it. If it doesn't, look where I dropped those drops here and there. That's pretty cool too. See, that's what I think would happen if I sprayed it with water and then blotted it with a paper towel. I'm going to find out in just a minute because I'm going to do it. So yeah, Tyvek is pretty cool too. I really did not expect this result. I really did not. I thought the ink would just sit on top and then it would dry and you could blow the powder off. So that's what's happening with this page now, the cleanup page. Okay, now this one is essentially, for the most part, dry. And exactly what I thought would happen has happened. See how you got that powdery residue left? And that's pretty common on the papers that you use magicals on. There is a little bit of a powdery residue, and so that's why I scrape it with a palette knife to get that powdery residue off, or spray it, or just wipe it down with a baby wipe. That's what I did with some of those pages, is I just wiped them down with a baby wipe to get the excess powder off, because I don't like the powdery feel. But now I'm going to, just because we're playing, I'm going to go ahead and from pretty far away, I'm going to spritz it and then blot it. And I don't want it completely covered, so I want to see where that water went and blot it. Okay, it's doing exactly what I thought it would do. It's picking up the color, and I'm getting lighter and darker. So that's pretty cool too. See, there I got too close, and it just made a big old area of wet. So that's kind of cool too. I'll hold this up so you can see it. See there where the water, where I put the color down and then removed it with the water. So that's kind of cool too. And actually, those colors in the camera, and I've got this right up next to the camera, they look a lot richer and darker than they are. This is a very, very muted. Very muted. So, yeah, I think this is kind of cool, kind of cool, kind of cool. And see, this one has just kind of done that naturally in here. I'm not sure how or why. But this one I'm going to leave completely alone, and I'm going to spray it with fixative and then try and do something on top of it. But this one looks cool. I love this one. Like there, right in there where the white and the red is. Another cool thing you could maybe do with this stuff, and I hadn't thought about it, but I've seen it done in tons and tons of different types of art, is to use like a white crayon as a resist so that the color will appear everywhere except where the white crayon is. That's almost what this looks like to me, is that you put something on there to resist the ink, but I didn't. So that's kind of cool. So that was our little Tyvek experiment. Now I'm going to make the Timmy paper. Because I actually only need one sheet in these colors. That one, okay. I think it was Monique said I need to make ugly ones. Here you go, Monique. I don't think this one turned out so pretty. I think I could rework it and make it pretty by adding some darker colors. But yeah, I don't think this one has turned out that interesting now. So there you go. You wanted an ugly one? You got your wish. This other one is pretty butt ugly as well. I'm not loving this one. This one actually I'm going to spray again because there's little puddles of powder here and there. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it again and put some, I am put some dark blue in this one because I think it's kind of ugly, ugly, ugly. And the only thing that's going to fix it now is some darker colors because I can't add lighter colors. And I'm not going to add a lot, just a little here and there. You guys can't even see, except when it starts coming to life. See how I like that dark right in there. All right, that's enough. Enough. Oh, I'm gonna, yeah. I definitely have a stack to go to Debbie of experiments that I just don't see myself ever using that I know she will. Yeah, no, I fully intend to send some to Debbie. I've just got to get this whole magical thing out of my blood so I can move on to something I need or want to be doing more. Like drawing or, yeah. Oh, and I need to show you guys. I got a really fun book. It's just too boring. Boring. Right in there, it's really boring. So I can either add some more purple in or more dark blue. Yeah, the ugly ones. Well, I'm not. The ugly ones go in the trash. But the ones that I think are pretty that I probably won't use, they definitely go to Debbie. But the ugly ones, no, they go in the trash. And then we'll do the Timmy paper. Like, see, I wish sometimes it would just stay right like that. Where the burst of color just goes poof. And maybe it's me. Maybe I just need to learn to leave well enough alone. You think? Probably. But this now has a little bit more interest for me. You like the ugly ones? Well, I mean, they're all colorful and pretty. It's just how usable are they? Actually, right now, based on everything I've done today, those Tyvek ones are my absolute favorites. I'm loving them. This one's better now that I added some more to it. And that's another thing I like is that if you don't get what you want, try again. Change it. Even the ugly ones, Eileen, she doesn't want the ugly ones. Does she? Hang on, I'm going to move some stuff around because I need more drying space. Drying space now. Like, see this one, I don't think this is ugly. I think that's pretty. But this one that I've used as a pickup sheet, there's really not that much pretty about that. For real. I'll just keep using it as a pickup. Okay, and I'm going to try moving this one again without smushing all the ink together, or I just tore the corner of it. Yeah, I'm going to move it too much. I got to blow it before I can move it. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I have to heat set it. I'm not blowing it. I'm heat setting it. My boss is going to chew me out for that. Let me heat set it. That's probably true, Eileen. Things I think are ugly, other people love. That's probably, oh crap. No! Go from bad to worse, dumbass. Okay, Monique. To me, it's blowing it dry, just like you blow your hair dry. Whatever. Whatever. Get my butt chewed. Yeah, see, now it won't move, so that's okay. Yeah, see, that one with a little bit more colors here and there is far more interesting to me. That one will probably become the inside of one of those books. Now. Yep. Yeah, that Tyvek is some kind of cool looking. All right. Now I want to do the two Timmy sheets, and I do want them the blue, purple, green like those other ones. And the reason I'm doing two is because I need one as a wrapper, and I need one to cut the circles out of to put on top of the book, and on top of the journal cover. And I will put paper underneath this, but on this journal cover we used dark blue and purple, and those colors work with every other color on the cover, I think. Hi, Linda. So I'm going to try and do much the same, blue and purple. And I know the other day I must have done all green. Today I'm doing all blue, purple. But I need to put a piece of paper underneath here. Because, yeah, I like that paper that we dyed underneath the Timmy tissue. Yeah, I liked it a lot. So here we go. Timmy tissue, we are gonna die. And the navy was my favorite. Sorry, Eileen, but it was. It's always my favorite. So this will be the circle paper. There was a lot of waste. I could have planned that a whole lot better the other day. And I don't care how much variation on this one because you got to remember I'm going to cut it out. So you're only going to see a small circle of it at a time. And the Timmy paper wants to resist the color too. I probably should have rubbed the water into it first. Because yeah, the Timmy paper, and this is a different version of that Timmy paper, so it may be less absorbent than the one I was using. It sure acts like it. Yeah, it sure acts like it's less absorbent. It is less absorbent. Oh, that's weird. Now on this, I think if I went over it with the sanding block, because look at, that's not absorbing that ink at all. Like that other version of the Timmy paper did. And where it's black, look at how it's resisting the ink altogether. Any place there's printer's ink, it's totally resisting. Which is very different from that other version. Oh, that's crazy. It's not absorbed. Well, maybe it is now. The longer it sits, the more it's absorbing. Oh, that's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, and it's going through. I can see that it's going through to the paper underneath. I'll show you here on this corner if you can see it. See? It's going through and dyeing the paper underneath. But it's sure not accepting much of that ink color. Oh, that's nuts. Well, and I want it dark blue, so I'm going to pull out that other Timmy tissue because I really want it to be the dark so it stands out on the cover. Alright. Experiment fail. We're going to go ahead and finish this piece though because I'll use it for something. Or send it to Debbie. Yeah, it's not grabbing at all. Isn't that weird? Because the other, it repelled for a minute, but it wasn't very long before it was sucking up the color. And this is not sucking up at all. I'm going to get that purple out of the, this is Go Grease Lightning, I think. No, Neon Graffiti, I'm sorry. What if you use the other side? Well, you mean the paper underneath? One of the things I liked about using the Timmy paper, and I'll show you in just a second, for the dots is when I cut the circles out, you can still see the writing, and you'll see it here. I'll hold it up for you to see in a minute. Yeah, you can still see the writing. It just adds another layer of texture or dimension. So that's why I like the idea of the Timmy paper. But yeah, it's not taking any of this. It's totally repelling the magicals and the water, seemingly. The paper underneath is taking it. Yeah, I have some deli paper, and I think it would accept it on the unwaxed side. I think I have waxed and unwaxed. But yeah, it's designed to be absorbent, so yeah, I think it would work. That color's just going to sit right on top of there. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Well, I'm just going to go ahead, since I've got this piece already torn, I'm just going to go ahead and let it absorb some of that color. And I'll use it for something, or I won't. But I've already got it cut, so I might as well just go ahead and try and absorb. I got rid of pretty much all the blue. That is crazy. You'd think it would be the exact same product, right, Eileen? Just with different printing on it. But the two papers are behaving very, very differently. And can you see that it is going through, because it's going on my hands. I'm going to have purple hands. Oh my God, I got to go to town tomorrow. Woohoo! The coating is not the same on both sides, Karen. It's not. That is one purple piece of paper right there going on. Bad girl. I'm going to have lots of purple paper around here. I'm just sopping up some of the water, you guys. This is all I'm doing. You never know. Might come out interesting. But when I pick this up, remember, it's looking so rich and dark because I've got that paper underneath it. When I pick it up by itself, I don't think it's going to retain that rich, rich color. I think it's going to be real light. But I've got to get a place for it to go set. Oh my God, purple hands. And the Tyvek is essentially dry, completely dry now. It dries quickly. Yeah, it's just see-through. That's cool. Maybe I will end up liking that. Maybe I'll use it. And add some other color with different products rather than the magicals. Maybe I'll use, I don't know, what other dark blue product. And this is just the cotton fiber paper where all the dark blue ended up in here. And this paper is absolutely saturated. That is some serious purple. I went crazy with the purple, huh? All right, now I wish I had gone over and gotten more paper towels. Now I'm going to try and take some of the color off. Just seeing what's going to happen. And it doesn't matter to me what happens, really. This is the only way I'm going to learn. This is actually pretty cool. Where the blue had absorbed first and then the purple sat on top of it. This is not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. Yeah, this is not bad at all. Can you guys see that? You guys can't see it as well as I do. I'll try and lift it up for you. Can you see how that blue went through first and probably dried to some extent, not completely, but it's left that mottled kind of look underneath and the purple sitting up on top of it. So that's pretty cool. And these are just happy accidents, you guys. I have no clue why or how it happens, or if I wanted to, how I could replicate it. See, that's another thing is, if I wanted to do another sheet like this, there's no way in the world I could ever replicate that. But what I was more curious, see right there where I've almost picked up all that purple now? I wonder if I got a baby wipe out with a little bit of moisture. Because I washed my paint shirt the other day, and it had magicals all over it, you guys. I mean, I had little specks of magicals everywhere. And I've got it on right now, so it's not clean. But it cleaned up so amazingly well. So the magicals don't wreck your clothes, which is good. All right. Yeah, I'm picking up a little bit more purple. So if you wanted to do that, you know, I think you could alter your page. I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing it, but you could. I like this one with the mottled kind of blue purplish background. I would like to do something on top of this now. Not necessarily more magicals. I mean, add another layer of something of interest that would let this show through now. Because, yeah, you can pick up a little bit of the color after it's down. Now, there is absolutely no powder on this because it had absorbed through the paper, correct? So there's no powder. This sheet won't have that powdery film. And these colors, when dry, will not move. They will not move now when they're dry. So I'm gonna heat set it. I'm gonna blow it dry. Oh, you have used to being a pain. I'm sorry, you guys. And I love the randomness of the magicals. I really do. But now I'm getting where I want to learn how to control them more. You know, like this one, I'd like to add some really rich dark blue back in it. But I want it where I want it. I don't want it to be as random as the magicals. White circles on it. Yeah, that might be cool, Eileen. Or either go real light or real dark. Hi, Happy Ray. Okay, I'm going to stop now because I'm starting to get some warpage. And I don't necessarily want warpage. In fact, I'm going to wet it again because I don't want warpage. And I'll let it dry naturally. That's one of the nice things about cotton fiber paper. Its behavior when wet will behave much more like material than regular paper. So, yeah, that's another nice thing about cotton fiber. And see, just by wetting it a little bit, I got rid of all that warpage. Now it'll dry. Use it as a spray. Yeah, I have used it like a spray. But then what you're going to get, Button, I don't know if you've ever played with the dilutions sprays. You're going to get more of a flat, even spray. I don't know how to describe what I'm thinking in my head. Okay, I'm going to bring this Timmy paper back over and blow it dry and maybe try and add some blue back to it, because the places that are dry, it's getting real light. So let's give it a try. Yeah, spray, you don't have any more control, and you're going to get much like this, a flat, even layer. Or I can put it in spots, but, yeah. It actually is staying darker than I thought it would. I thought it would all end up. But one nice thing is that powdery crap is gone. Okay, here, I'm going to try this. I'm going to mix a little bit of Magicals here on the side rather than sprinkling it on the paper. I'm going to turn it to liquid over here, like, you know, and use it like watercolors, for example. Not a lot, just a little. And add some of the blue back onto here with some sort of applicator, but I'm not sure what I'm going to use. I don't want to paint it on. I'd rather sponge it on, for example. But I don't want to have to go dig for a sponge. Here, I have something maybe here. I don't really want to get that wet. Ugh. Oh, here. I have this. We'll use this. This will be fine. Don't they say necessity is the mother of invention? And tons of times I just use what's nearby. I don't. If it'll work, try it. Okay, I'm going to try and make this pretty rich. What about splotch? I could do splotch. We're going to try sponging it on, because I want bigger areas of it. But yeah, we can try the splottage too, to get the blue right where I want it. Just randomly, you know. But without brush marks. And on this, because I have the background, I don't necessarily want to be like sponging it through a stencil or anything. I don't want to add another design on top, because really what I'm going to be doing with this is cutting it into circles and letting the printing show through. But I wanted it kind of dark, like on that other one, but still able to see through, you know. That'll probably give me enough circles, really. I'll have some purple ones and some blue ones, because that's really all I want this piece of paper for, is to make my circles. So I can have 3 or 4 blue ones. Do I want to? All right, let's just go ahead. I don't want to use the fan brush. I don't want to add white either, because I had the white highlight. All right, I'm going to make a little bit more, and then I'm going to do the splatters. Yep, I'm just getting the blue that I want to put on the jacket cover, and if it doesn't turn out like I want or like, oh well, what did I do? I just wasted a little bit of magicals. No big deal. And I hate splatterage because it makes a big mess. I'm with you on that, Jean. In fact, I think that was why I had to wash my paint shirt, is because the last time I did splatterage, it was everywhere on my phone, and it's going everywhere this time too. I really need to go buy one of those plastic brooms and make the splatter tools that all the women in Maryland got from Jane. I wanted one since the day I saw those things. Alright, I don't want to put that in my glue water, so I'll just set it over here. Alrighty. We're going to let that sit aside because that's going to be my circle sheet. And then the other Timmy sheet just came out totally purple. I mean, it is purple, purple, purple. I'll go ahead and sop up the splottage with it. That needs to go in the garbage. That needs to be washed. No, I'm not splattering with my fan brush. That was just, that actually, the brush I used to splatter with, it came out of one of those kids' paint things. But it's got those nice long hairs, and when you splat it, it goes everywhere. So that's what I use for a splatter brush, is a cheap kid's Chinese paint by number or whatever. But if I want little tiny splatterage, I get a toothbrush and use my fingernail. Look at these hands. Would you want these hands fixing your food? That's what Robert has to deal with. Yep. Dirty girl. Oh, it got some white in it. Where'd that white come from? Oh. So I'm not sure what I can do to this to resurrect it. Just wiping. Yep, I read your mind, Monique. Dirty girl. I am a dirty girl. Dirty, dirty girl. And all I'll do before I cook is wash my hands. I'll save a shower for later because it's 5:15. I don't know what time Ratatouille will be here tonight. All right, give me an No, Robert doesn't mind. He's the most tolerant person on earth. He's probably the only man on earth who could live with me, frankly. They sell those brush lights. Well, I can go down to the dollar store and buy the broom for $1. So, what do you think I could do? This one probably I would just tear up for collage, frankly. It does feel good though. It's kind of plasticky, and let's wad it up. That's true, Monique. Yeah, magicals in his food probably is not as harmful as arsenic. Yeah, you got a point there, girl. I love doing this to paper, creating wrinklage. Now on this one, if you could, it's too damp to get really good wrinklage. But then just go over it lightly with a stamp pad or something. Chat's messed up. Yeah, chat's been messed up all day. I'm not sure what to do with this one, because I obviously don't like it. I'm going to make my own. Thank you for asking. I'm not sure what to add to it to make it more interesting, because there is no color that really you can mix with purple. Like that, you aren't going to end up with some form of mud, except blue, like that blue I just added. Yeah. I could add red to this. Red wouldn't make it mud, but red and blue are about the only colors you could. Try some oxides. I could do that. Oh, I was not going to get out that mess tonight. Oh. But they're just here, right here in a box, so. What color oxide do we want to put on it? Because remember, anything we put on it, it's going to get icky. And I only have the first set. I don't have the second set. So our choices are fired brick, spice marmalade, faded jeans. Faded jeans might be interesting. Wilted violet, denim blue. I don't have the denim. Well, I have the faded jeans. I don't have gold or vintage photo. So my first choices would be either the faded jeans or the broken china. The cracked pistachio, maybe. Yeah, a lighter color. See, that's what, because spice marmalade, I'm not sure what it's going to do. Well, what the hell, we're here, we've got them, let's try it. Correct? Let's just randomly add some color. Alright, what do you want me to do? I'm just going to randomly add color. The rest of those are all the dark or the purple, and I'm not going to put purple. The orange looks kind of interesting on it, because it's just sitting right on top, right? Let's try some, it's too orange. Well, my light colors are broken china, ice spruce, amber, worn lipstick, cracked pistachio maybe. I'm thinking either the ice spruce or the broken china next. Alright, I'll get rid of that orange a little bit and put some yellow on top of it. Dumbass. A light color, that's all I've got, Eileen. That's all I've got. And remember, I can pick it up. Like if I get too much, I'll pick it up. So, ice spruce, okay. That's kind of a gray-green. See, I thought the orange would look pretty good. Do you want it all over, Eileen? I want to try a little bit of this. What the heck? It's just a big old fat experiment anyway. Be a multicolored sheet. Yeah, the spruce looks good. Now, before I can add any more ink, I've got to dry it. I don't think you should put those pads in water. And I don't like when it looks like the edge of the pad. That annoys me. See, that's what I said, Mindy, in the past, that the orange makes it look like rust, and I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, you want me to scrunch it before I dry it? All right. I think we're just going to end up with big old mud ball. I didn't mix it up too much. And where I'd left the orange a little bit, it stayed. So let me dry this and we'll do it again. I'm going to try and get it real dry this time. And then crinkle it up and then add the oxides back in. Because I like where like the orange is, it does look like rust. And the, ice spruce, you can see it here and there. But I'm going to try crinkling it again. Get a lot of wrinklage in it. This stuff is pretty durable too. It doesn't rip apart when you do that. We may turn this into something worth having yet, you guys. I didn't get it real dry over here. Yeah, a lot of the colors stayed. Can you see the orange in there, Eileen? And then here the spruce has lightened up the purple all in here. And there's more orange down in here. Yeah, so now I'm just going to lightly run that ice spruce. Well, another one that might be good. I'll do both of them. Let me get this real dry so I can scrunch it again. It wasn't dry enough to take a wrinkle. Yeah, and I'm not going to be able to stay on too much longer because I still do have dinner to fix. And don't really have a good idea. I should have gone to Walmart today. But I'll do that tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Ratatouille has to be out of here like 6:30 in the morning. Now this is pretty cool. Yeah, I love wrinklage. Can you see the spruce sitting on top of the wrinklage? Now, tell me, because this is really something I don't know about, the oxides. If I went ahead and dried this, do they become permanent? Or if I go back and add water, are they going to start moving again? I'll wait for an answer, because I'm going to dry it. Regardless. Those dioxide inks take a while to drink. Dioxide. The oxide inks take a while to dry. And then I'm going to turn around. Okay, water will make them move even when dry, then I'm wasting my time. Because honestly, I like that orange kind of in the background there. I don't want as much of it. Probably what I ought to do is apply this, and I don't have any of the extra sponges, so I'll just use it like this. Because I should have probably added the other colors. Before I did the wrinklage. Because I'm going to spray this again, and then I can dry it and wrinkle it again. I'm really distressing this bad boy. It's me, you stinking idiot. Well, it's probably got to be Ange. It's me, you stinking idiot. Whoever you are, I love you. It's me, you stinking idiot. I love that. You made it to a Janet stream. Not that we're doing anything worth knowing, stinking idiot. But, God, I love saying that. You know how Dee Dee likes to say the nice names? Yeah, I like to say, stinking idiot. It's me, you stinking idiot. Oh, it's Jen. It's me. Well, and I do love you. So there you go. It's me, you stinking idiot. That is funny. Look at the paper towel. Just messing around with magicals and oxide, distress oxides, Jen. I don't know the first thing about distress oxides. And that little bit of orange in the background I really liked. So I'm going to add some more here and there, but I don't want too much. So But I'm just distressing a piece of Timmy tissue paper just for the hell of it. Because, yeah, I came on here with a very specific goal in mind, and we have accomplished that. Now I'm going to dry this. And I think for my final layer, I'm going to do the wrinklage again, but I'm going to do it with maybe a permanent ink where it won't go anywhere. You're closing your eyes, Jen? Jen, do you not like the oxide inks? Jen loves magicals. Jen, look at these papers, these journal covers I made out of magical papers. Now you have to admit, that paper is pretty damn cool. And what I started doing with the Timmy paper was I need some more of these circles because I made a second journal cover, and I want to do it, you know, because I was just using up the excess paper. I want to add circles to this one, and then, yeah, send them off to their new homes. You like the oxides, but not the magicals. Oh, I love the magicals. I've had more fun with the magicals, Jen. Look at this, Jen. This is, and I don't know how else you could create this. This is magicals on Tyvek. And look at the weird texture that you get with that. I think it's cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I just think it's cool. But I've done a ton of stuff. You saw the journal covers that I wove, didn't you, Jen? Oh, you can do anything you put your mind to, Jen. So don't say that, because you're quite capable of anything you decide to do. Don't listen to Eileen, though. You want me to show you? Okay, hang on. Let me finish drying this, and then I'll pull out some of the pages we've made today. Actually, some of the coolest papers I cut up, Eileen, or mailed off. Thanks, Jen. Let me see if I have some cool magical papers. Well, these two belong to Eileen. This is what happened. I was dyeing some Tim Holtz paper, just like you see me doing here, and I put some paper underneath it to catch the excess. And when I pulled the Timmy paper off, that's what it ended up coming out like. And there's some places in there that are just really, really unusual. I don't know how you would get it. You couldn't get it with watercolor or any other method I know of. So that's sitting here ready to go to Elaine. Oh my God. Here's one that I love. Here's another one that was absorbent. This one's cool. And those were just garbage ones. Those are sitting in Debbie Epps' pile. And then let me pick the best one out of today. I like this one out of today's. Okay, this is for this journal cover. This will be the inside cover sheet for it. So it'll be like that. And then when you open it, this will be the paper inside. So I love this. I mean, and this, my camera sucks, Jen, honestly. But yeah, there's some yumminess going on right there. And it's not dry yet. This was, I think, just a mop-up sheet. But I just love this. I'm going to keep this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But, yeah, that's just pretty. And this had to be a mop-up sheet because there's no powder on top of it. So this had to be just a mop-up sheet. This I know was one that, it was the absorbent sheet underneath. And it's cool. So, yeah. This is another color combination. Ugly, but like I just love, I don't know. I just love it. It's so random and so unplanned. And now today I said I'd like to start learning how to control it. But I don't know that that's the idea, is to control it. But today I was feeling like, okay, now I'm ready to start controlling this. But I'm not sure that you really ever can. And then this is just, this is what this was before I started jacking with it. So that's what we've turned. This, without the navy blue, is what this was when we started. So I don't know. There's a lot of recordings up, Jen. And I didn't always listen to Eileen. Only sometimes. Alright, I'm afraid if I wet this now that ice spruce is going to go everywhere and turn this into just a gray mess. So I'm going to do that. I want really Jen is going to use magicals on a 5-minute journal tonight. Are you, Jen, or is Eileen just making that up as she goes along? I want more wrinklage. That's why I wrinkled this back up. I want more wrinklage. And maybe I should use, I don't necessarily want to obliterate the Tim Holtz paper, but I want it dark. Alright, I'm going to go with walnut stain. And if I ruin it, oh well. It's my paper. I can ruin it if I want, right? But I want something more permanent. Yep, I'm going to use permanent because I don't want it to move, you guys. So I'm going to use something more permanent. Let me see what I've got up here. I know I've got brown permanent. I need to watch Jean's thing and organize my stamp pads because I don't know where my brown stamp pad is. Oh, I've got a navy blue one. Nope, that's tuxedo black. I know I have navy blue. Where's navy blue? Blue dye. Yep, there we go. We'll use this. Okay, Eileen has challenged me to make a journal without the dye. Probably will make me use magicals too. Okay. Well, Jen, that's going to be easy to do a couple of measurements and cut it out. I don't know why you would spend money on that dye when you have a ruler. For real, Eileen. And I'm just not siding with Jen because we bug you that way. I wonder, okay, now who can't cut a rectangle of any size? That's the thing. If you buy that dye, then your journal's always going to be the same size, right? I like this blue on here. I'll lift it up here in just a minute. I'm barely getting the tops of the wrinkle edge. This is pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. It looks like there's about 50 layers on this bad boy. And there is at this point. God, I've got a mess here. All right. It'll be a short stream. 5-minute stream. Hurry, get here, get gone. All right, here, before I dry it, I'll lift it up so you guys can see it with the wrinkle edge. All blue. Now, I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. I mean, she paid me to say that. I would have said it for free. She need to pay me. don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I'm really liking this piece of paper now. And this time, I really am heat setting it. I don't think I want the colors to move anymore, so I think I'm going to leave it just like this. Oh my God, Karen bought the dye and she made a journal and it only cost her $300. Are you crazy? Did she must have had to buy the whole machine and everything. Okay, here. I have this beautiful journal right here, and you will have one too, Eileen, that at this point, I essentially have nothing in it. Zero. Because the paper was free from my job. Alright, I'm going to say nominally, how can I say that? Nominally. I'm not even trying. Really, if I have a buck in this bad boy, that's a lot. I'm not kidding. One sheet of black cardstock that I paid $3 for a package of whatever at Michael's. This much Tim Holtz paper. The Magicals, I don't know how you amortize the Magicals. I have no money in that thing. What did she do? She didn't have to buy the machine. Why did it cost her $300? Did she have to fly somewhere to like get the dye? What the hell? Shipping? What is the deal? You want this journal, Jen? Okay. I'll finish it and get it in the mail. And I'm not joking. It's yours. Not this one. This one has a home already. But when this one gets done, it's yours. Okay, now since I wet it, the actual wrinkles are falling out of this paper, and all that's left is where the wrinkles were, the ink where the wrinkles were. Do you see that? The wrinklage has essentially gone away, and the paper has become pretty smooth because the wrinkles fell out. But it stayed, the ink stayed where the wrinklage was. So that is way cool. It took her forever to find the elastic cording. Well, walk into the jewelry department. There's elastic cording all over in the jewelry department. You're welcome, Jen. You and your big mouth, huh? I'd love to tell you guys a story about me and my big mouth, but I can't say it on the air. So anyway, I'm liking this pretty much exactly the way it is. And see, my computer screen has the sun right on it, so I can't even see it right now. Oh, okay, all right. She didn't have any of the supplies. Now, see, that's one thing I will say. I am very lucky because I worked for a paper company, and when I moved down here, I moved a ton of paper because, one, I knew how expensive it was. Two, I knew I was going to do art, and so I got tons and tons of paper from my job. I've not had to buy, other than, like colored cardstock or something like that, I've not had to buy paper in 20 years. And then this stuff, of course, I buy it just because I'm a good girl some days and I deserve rewards. Isn't that the way it works? And I decided, I think it was yesterday morning, I woke up and I thought, you know what? I'm going to spend some money. And I haven't done it yet, but I think I'm going to buy myself a really nice present because I deserve it. Bye, Beth. I gotta go fix dinner too. It's 5:45 here, and Ratatouille will be home soon. Your Halloween journal is over $100. Oh, Rebecca. Oh, you guys are killing me. Okay. So, yep. I ended up liking this sheet of paper, you guys. I'm going to put my oxides away. I need to play with my oxides more, though. I really do, because... And I need to watch more videos. That's one thing I will say for sure. I don't think I truly appreciate what they're intended to do. So, yeah, I need to use them more. What's, oh my God, Janet, what, that I'm going to go spend money? Well, I just feel like I don't even know what I want. But I woke up yesterday morning thinking, you know what? I'm going to die and there's going to be money in the bank. And I want to spend every last dime. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm fixing for Ratatouille, so I do got to get off my butt. But Jen, look what your big mouth got you today. Sometimes it gets you in trouble and sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know how long it'll be before I actually get these finished up, probably in the next day or two. But yeah, Jen, before you decide magicals suck, give them another chance. For real. Eileen, you can't even talk to me about spending money, okay? Because you have the trophy for money spending. That's why we're going to start robbing banks. Dorothy's going to bed. Good night, Dorothy. Sweet dreams. Jen, I'm going to try and get to your stream. It'll depend on what time Ratatouille gets home and then goes to bed. But because I never see him anymore, I kind of try and hang out with him when he's here. And you may not know that Robert's new name is Ratatouille. But yeah, I try and spend time with him when he's here. So, anyway. But yeah, give the magicals another chance, Jen. Oh, she's not even here? All right, when she comes back, I'll tell her. I hope she says something because I want to tell her too. I got a random comment the other day about that recording we did when she was here at Monkey Island. I'm not sure why, but I've gotten a lot of new subscribers that are going back and watching a lot of the older videos on YouTube. And I got a random comment the other day about the video Jen does, Monkey Island. You're losing steam and you may need to sleep too. Well, that happens, man. When you need to sleep, you need to sleep. That's all I gotta say. So if you need to go take a nap, go take a nap. All right, I'm going to stop the recording now. So if you've watched, thank you for watching. And hopefully you learned something. If not, come back next time and I'll try harder. Maybe not.